This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank. Member FDIC. Tonight's show is also brought to you by Zappos, the home for the Cougar Coaches Show, where the Palouse comes to play and eat. Here's the voice of the Cougs, Matt Chazanow.
Welcome here to Zappos. It's great to be with you. Great to see everybody, and it's fantastic to talk to Coach on a wonderful January. Winners of 4 of 5 and back-to-back dubs over the Bay Area schools. Coach, congratulations. You're officially a hot team in the pack.
Oh, easy.
So it's what it is.
Yeah, it's good. Hey, more people show up. It's great.
No doubt. It's great. It's great to see him. It's great to be here. So let's go do a quick recap.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's talk about it. Let's start with Cal.
Yeah.
66-51, tight at the half.
Absolutely.
It's just a one-possession ball game, and you come out hot.
Yeah.
After intermission. Hot in the second half.
You know, I thought we played a really pretty sound game, even though I told you I think it during the game. It was a 1-point game and a half, but they hit 4 shots kind of into the clock. Right into the clock. Awareness wasn't good. They banked one in. I was like, you know what? But I felt like we played pretty well. And then we kind of really played well for 18 minutes that second half. And it got a little circus-ish the last 2 minutes, which always bums me out. But don't like it.
I thought Olsen was going to hit the shot.
Oh, I was fine with him shoot. Make one, Ben. Come on, Benny.
He's a good shooter.
He's a good shooter.
Yeah.
He's fine. But, when AD outletted the other team, I was like, all right, this kid a little. Had Jack and AD out there. It's like they don't play together too often in practice. But yeah, we really played a good game. Cal been playing really well. Like I said, they're gonna do what they do, and they're gonna do it pretty well. And then they had been making shots. Their guard's been really good, and they're missing one guy, but we were also missing Bamba. But I thought it was a really good game.
So coming into that game, Cal had set the pack record for threes by percentage in a ball game. They had 16 of 22 against Stanford. They beat Stanford by about 20. They come into this one first half against the Cougs. They're like 50%. It was like 5 of 10, give or take, something like that. And I'm going over to talking to Eggs, and I think they made like 5 of 8 to start.
Yeah, it was first like 2 out of 3, so it was like 18. I go, they're 18 for the last 24.
Incredible, historic.
Or 18-25. I was like, that's 72% in their last 25 shots. That's ridiculous.
It's just totally unsustainable.
Yeah, that's what 54 points on 25
There's no
shots.
way. There's no way.
Yeah, no, it's hard to lose when you shoot it that way.
No doubt. And then in the second half, they kind of reverted back to the mean, if you will. And look, the best player in the pack over the last 3 weeks has been DJ Rodman.
Yeah.
DJ's been fantastic.
No, he has been. And,
round of applause
everyone's
for that.
favorite player,
Yeah.
DJ. I love it.
That was a great story. And I think, there's got to be something also. He's been here. He's stayed.
Yes.
Right? He's stayed. He's been here. And in and of itself, it's an odd rarity nowadays that's
No, it's great. It's like he committed here without a visit, which was always my favorite thing. We're out of visits when I got the job. So it was very important. And his mom's from Monroe, Washington. And they're like, we'd love it up there. And I was like, well, you're welcome. Let's go.
Yeah.
Pretty much. We didn't have a lot of – and I really liked him as a kid. I remember turning in the letter of intent to our administrators, and they go, Dennis Rodman? And then Deb kind of gave me a look like, I was like, it's a son, true, but I'm telling you, the guy's an angel. He really is. He's really a sweetheart. And get to know him, and even though I don't really associate him with that part, and it's just neat to see him because he is a delight, and he wants your job.
Good. Let's bring it.
Yeah, no, he does. I keep advocating for DJ, and
I think it's fun.
I think it's hysterical. I'm not sure if he associates it as teammates that it's his son. I really don't.
He's doing that unknowing,
like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, this Rodman guy.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, that's your teammate's dad.
It's his dad, right?
And then DJ has his own like Rodman gear. I don't know if you've noticed this.
I haven't.
Some kind of branding. So I keep asking
like
for
him,
a set.
Yeah.
He's playing off the name. He's no dummy. He's good at marketing and branding. He's not running from the name, but he's got like these sweats he's wearing.
Maybe it's his sister's gear.
It could have been. They're a pretty popular family. So they're and then I found out great info on Mo that he's such he's into MMA huge.
Really? Big UFC guy.
Yeah, big UFC.
Super fun.
Yeah, and listens to Joe Rogan pod.
He's a Joe Rogan.
This guy's from Senegal.
Amazing. Well, look, I love the experiences. You know, it's funny. Like, this is why you can't stereotype people. I mean, where has he lived in his life? It's incredible. His life experience, where he's been.
Yeah, he's been in California. He has a whole other family that actually.
It's amazing.
He refers to they're Bob and Heather Nation. Shout out to them. They might be listening.
Good.
But he calls them. Yeah, he calls them mom and dad.
I love it.
And it's then Bob's going to make every. I don't know if Heather will make them all, but Bob's going to be at every game, every road game.
That's awesome.
And he gave me a picture, a screenshot where he was sitting in Arizona. He just said, "Hey, I'm going to be at every game. Is there any chance I can maybe sit close to?"
That's always way up.
I said, "Yes. You're Mo's dad. We'll find a way.
We'll figure it out.
We'll find a way."
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I love the support and the stories. I mean, you know, they're just these kids. North Macedonia. Yaki comes to campus. COVID hits. He comes to campus. He's sitting in a dorm by himself. He's just trying to play ball. He's trying to play basketball, and he's now been isolated in Pullman, Washington. He's from North Macedonia, and he played. I mean, and now here he is, and he's the sweetest kid. He's he's the most gracious, kindest kid in the world.
You know what? I don't have much reference because I went to college. We all are from U.S., mostly from North. I was a foreigner. I was from Texas.
Right, yeah.
That was
you're from the Lone Star
Nation.
That
was like, they didn't quite the New Englanders didn't quite understand.
No, they did not.
New York.
They did not. It's
true. The Long Island guys got me, though. I'm going to tell you that, for whatever reason. Jersey and Long Island,
funny.
They got me.
That's funny.
But, so I don't really have and I always wonder when these guys come, they get along great. They really, you've seen it.
Yeah.
They North Macedonia, Senegal, they really have a.
I would actually say that's one of the obvious attributes of the team immediately. Yeah. I think when the team comes out, especially, I know Ryan Rapp and DJ were buddies, right?
Sure,
but they're kids from all over the place who obviously have bonded, and they're hyper bonded. Like real quick.
It's, we try to get that in recruiting, and I said like Pullman's conducive to it. Like you're in this area, and you're going to have to make your own fun a little bit. Sure. And there's, and I went to college. This reminds me of my college town, Clinton, New York, and Pullman, very, very similar.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
You made it to Clinton?
I have not. I know I haven't. I haven't been to Clinton, but I've been to towns like it.
Yes.
I've been to
Hamilton.
I've been to Casanova.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so I've been to, and then
Bard
College.
Sure.
Spent a lot of time there. So I mean, I
it's got that quality, and I'm like really close to my college teammates, buddies. And, and I think these guys will be friends for a long time. That's what we talked about. That's kind of what this experience still needs to be about.
Well, and it's let's talk more about that because it seems to relate. You beat Cal 66-51, right?
Yes.
And then you beat Stanford in a really tight ball game, and it's a Stanford team that was 0-6 in the pack coming in, but also was, they have a McDonald's All-American on the wing. They have an all-pack potential first team, maybe pro in Spencer Jones. So they've got two of the best wings in the pack. They've got point guard talent that's returned, right?
Yep.
We played O'Connell forever.
Yeah.
And Reynaud at center, he played really well against.
He's good.
He played really, really well. And so you're looking at the Stanford team going, but they're trying to get over the hump. They had the close win over George Washington, right? And they've had a lot of close losses this year, and then they get over it against Stanford. But I've got to think that this team would have a harder time persevering through tough times if they didn't get along so well. Right?
I agree. I felt that way the whole time. You never know until, you get some adversity, and losing can bring you down, but it's gotten them – they've just kept improving. They've really bought into that, and they believe it, and we're tested. It doesn't get easier.
No.
I mean, we got 2 quad ones on the road and the mountain trip, and having to return home to Arizona. So it's
hard.
But that's that's what they came here for. That's what I said. Like, came here to play against the best, test yourself, challenge yourselves. We went hard non-conference, and it looks like it's paid off. At least the last 6 games, I think we've played well. We won 4 out of 5, and is that the UCLA game in that one? In the 4 out of 5?
Yes. No. Arizona State.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we didn't obviously gave that one away a little bit. So playing well, and let's see if we can keep improving, keep getting better.
Also, if the guys don't love each other, don't like each other, aren't buddies, and one guy pops up like DJ has and has all these 5 straight double-figure scoring games, can create infighting.
Absolutely.
Roles can change. Hey, you're taking my shots, you're taking my buckets, and that's not the sense I get here.
No, I think they as good as any team I've been around, and what I was really proud of last game is that we didn't have Bamba. He's our leading scorer, and Muhammad was in foul trouble and didn't play well, and we were able to win. And I'm telling you, like you said, like Stanford's so physical, so strong, and those teams, I knew they matched up well with us because we don't have a lot of penetrators. We don't have a lot of wiggle to us, and they're so big, and they were able to pack the paint and contest threes. But we rallied, and without our best guys, our best talents, and that wasn't the case just 3 weeks ago in Hawaii. It was like, well, we can't survive without Mo, or we were having a really hard time with one of them off the floor. Certainly couldn't take both of them out, and now we kind of won a Pac-12 game without him, so really, really excited.
Stanford game will be highlighted as we work through the rest of this year as the game Yaki got back into it.
Oh, let's hope that was just the open. I mean, I jumped him at halftime a little bit because he couldn't guard Angel. I said, hey, man, if it's your toe, then don't play. Mm-hmm. If you can't, we need better. Let someone else go, let Carlos go, and he responded, and I kind of said, hey, man, you got to poop or get off the pot, I guess.
Right, now's the time. Right, here we are.
Let's go.
That worked.
And, hopefully he handles success and keeps it rolling. And I know and it's true, he's playing with turf toe, and it's not comfortable. And I'm appreciative he's doing it in the biggest way to his teammates. But, at some point you're like, hey, you're hurting us a little bit in this first half, and he won the game for us, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. They played the $50,000 Cool Cash Hot Seats giveaway. Details at northernquest.com. We'll take a break, come back. We're talking ball here with Kyle Smith. We got questions written in. We got some loaded up on the Twitter machine. We're live here at Zeppo's. Great crowd. It's the mountain trip coming up. We'll fly out tomorrow. We'll talk all about it.
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner.
Oh, I think you.
I meant U.S. Bank.
I knew that.
U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point-of-sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Hey, Kook fans! Can't decide what to do with your late-night weekends? Why not Cosmic Bowling? Every Friday and Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. is Cosmic Bowling at Zeppo's. At a price designed with everyone in mind, we are your destination for music, disco lights, and of course, bowling. Can't join us on the weekends? Zeppo's is the place to be for all ages every day of the week. With bowling, food, and drink specials, we offer prices that won't break the budget. You can even reserve your lane in advance with online reservations at Zeppos.com. When looking for fun in Pullman, look no further than Zeppo's.
You're listening to Cougar Basketball on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. This is Cougar Basketball.
Gay, put back, hammer time at Beasley. Bubba icing on the cake. Layup on the break and the foul.
Tune in all season long as Kyle Smith and the Cougs look to make more noise in the Pac-12.
Has the ball in the pickup, finds Mullen, three for the win. He got it from the left wing lead. 3.1 seconds left.
It's only on your home for Cougar Basketball, the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step.
Back at it live here at Zeppo's. We're talking ball with Coach Smith as the Cougs have won 4 of 5 here in January and are now 9-10, 4-4 in the league, right in the thick of things here in the Pac. And that feels really, really good. And it's easier said than done, to say the least. A lot of tough losses this year have turned into tough wins now.
Yeah.
With a 10-pointer over USC, the game that, you're right in it there in Tempe, no doubt.
Yeah.
Arizona State's the third team in the dance right now if you look at the prognostications.
As I said, the two games that we played okay, but Oregon beat us and Arizona State beat us, but we still competed pretty well and were in those games late.
Yeah.
And then the other 6 were all winnable.
Yeah, no doubt. No, Utah, UNLV, UCLA.
I was just talking league, and you're throwing in some others. Yeah.
Well, they were. Baylor.
I know.
Very winnable.
No, there was a similar theme to them. Then we flipped the script a couple times.
Yeah.
And hopefully this gets us going.
Yeah, for sure. we've got ourselves a 6 o'clock Thursday tip in the Huntsman Center.
Okay.
And then a 3 p.m. tip Sunday in Boulder. And there are some data analytics and metrics that state this is the hardest road trip. This is it. This is the one.
I think Colorado has one of the best home records over the last 10 years, whatever it is, and the disparity between them, home and road, is significant. So you know what? Let's see what we got.
I might be wrong about this. I think I'm right.
Yeah.
Way back, early Colorado basketball history, kind of before this current contemporary stretch, they got in the dance as the last team in.
Okay.
I think they won every home game and lost every road game. And I think so.
In league or the whole year?
It was Big 12. This is way back. This
Possibly.
is pre-pack. So back in the day, you needed to get to 20. Right now, and now it's different.
Yeah.
So I think that was how, and that's like Boulder. It's still Boulder, right? They win. It's very hard to win there.
You feel it a little bit. I don't know. We don't talk about it. They put the sign in the locker room. You're at a mile high. Drink water. They're smart about it, I imagine. And I coached at Air Force for a year, and the same thing. We had the altitude printed on the
What's higher?
pad. I think Boulder.
Boulder's high. I think Wyoming's the highest.
Is it?
I think I might be wrong.
Could be.
Need to check that.
But you'd feel it like, and then when I was at Air Force, and we were not great, but I remember playing Navy in there, and we were down like 12. We won by 10.
Yeah.
One of those deals like, oh, these guys
got gassed.
You could just see them like, I think these guys are cooked, and you couldn't guard anything. And we were whatever, but you never know on that. And it can. I don't know if it's the psychosomatic or if it's real, but I think it's probably real. There's too much data.
Am I wrong? I think there were. Didn't Olajuwon in Salt Lake City always need oxygen on the sideline?
Maybe. I know that the big deal is when my Houston Cougars, 1983, were playing in the pit in Albuquerque.
Yeah.
And they had oxygen on the bench, and they were like, that was like
controversial at the time.
I don't even know if it's controversial. It's
shocking
kind of
to see.
Soft.
Yeah.
like we're like
yeah.
And they're a big favorite, and NC State, and that's what the end of that Stanford game. I told you, it was like I had a flashback. I was 1983, Lorenzo Charles catching an air ball,
looked just like it.
And I was like, oh my gosh, it's moving so slow in my mind. I'm like, oh my gosh, we missed a block out, and then Angel just missed the putback. Thank goodness, and got to celebrate.
Yeah, and Reynaud had hit 2 threes that game already. I mean, so it wasn't the worst idea to have him take a 3 at the top. You got 3 seconds left to throw it.
I don't know if we covered the initial play, and they are kind of getting close to a 5-second call.
Yeah, he was flirting with it.
And I think Reynaud kind of, not the guy they probably wanted, but he just kind of, he scored with 4 seconds on the shot clock when he just drove Yaki the possession before. So he had a little time. I'm glad he kind of checked out there. Then I was like, just hit the rim, hit the backboard, anything. But Angel almost put it in.
It was, 2 points, 3.4 on the clock, and you'd forced a timeout, I think.
Yeah. Ingram made an unbelievable play Rodman was blocking out, the ball's going out of bounds. He shouldn't have touched it. And Ingram ran around and knocked it off Rodman.
He landed on Jerry, our engineer. Oh, yeah, Jerry was right there to play a little defense for us.
Yeah. Jerry should have blocked it. He should have been in there. Somehow knocked it back off.
That's right.
Off Ingram.
That's right. Yeah, throwing it back.
Yeah.
Jerry was playing. He's good footwork there.
Yeah.
On the
quick.
Yeah, for sure.
I knew that.
Yeah. No, there's no doubt. Hey, we got a couple write-in questions here for you.
Okay.
We've got this is from Sydney. This is not basketball related. So
great.
I'm ignorant of your expertise in this venue, but this is from her. I'm going to Europe this summer for a month. Sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
she's asking the wrong person, but go ahead.
That's what I was wondering. What are the few must-sees? I don't know. Are you Europe? Are you traveling?
I would go to Barcelona's, and I think that's see, she's been.
There you go.
Barcelona reminds me of a older San Diego.
Oh, cool.
It's really nice. And you go to Las Ramblas, I believe it is,
okay.
And you go eat some paella, walk down. The people and the Spaniards are very wonderful people. They really know how to have a good time. I haven't done southern Spain, but I heard that's awesome. I heard Madrid's awesome. I haven't done that yet. And then just do Italy.
Yeah.
They know how to eat.
Yeah.
They just know how to live. Just any town, any place. It's pretty good. I've done let's see, I've been Rome, Venice, Florence, Montecatini.
I don't know that one.
Lake Como, Cantu, and Milan.
That sounds great.
So they're all great.
That sounds
great.
Just
I love it when you get in there, like, I remember we stopped to get gas, and at the gas station, you get an espresso. There's like
at the gas station.
Nice. And I started to drink, after every meal. I came back from Italy, just, a little espresso.
Let's bring that. Let's bring that back. Bring that over. It sounds great.
It's digestive. They're just way cooler than us. There's just no doubt they're great.
I'm going to offer you an espresso in Salt Lake after dinner.
Actually, with our team, when I was at Columbia, went over there and had one of the best moments of the team. We had this is a true story. So we had this tour guide, and his name was Flavio.
Amazing.
And he showed us Italy like no other. And our last trip, we're on these hills. We're going to Lake Como, and we're going over the hill. We're kind of winding down to the lake. You see the lake, and he's singing Botticelli to us.
Amazing.
It was amazing. And then he does this dinner, and it's a 3-hour ordeal. And he teaches our team a song, and they sing this song. I was like, they get it. I don't know if they're. Their GDP can't be very high because they eat a lot. I mean, they eat a lot. It's a 3-hour dinner. It's incredible. So, love it. Highly recommend it.
I always think of Barcelona. I think of the Dream Team. The Dream Team playing Barcelona.
Well, I think of Gaudi.
Yeah.
You probably aren't familiar with that.
I don't know.
We'll get you.
I need some help on that.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
He's kind of a meathead.
So I don't know.
Metalhead, lifting.
I don't know Gaudi.
We'll get Jersey. All right, we got. I guess I have more to contribute on Italy and Europe.
I'll do some research. I look forward to it.
We'll get you.
Good to see Andre step up against Stanford. Absolutely. How much of his success that game would you attribute to health, confidence, or other factors?
I think it was more like I said, hey, he's been trying to manage it a little bit. And he just said, hey, I think it was like I got to start playing, and he was like sitting. I said that in the fall in our preseason practice, he was our leading scorer.
Yaki was.
Yeah. He had a really good summer playing with the national team. Came back with a good confidence, and then, just unfortunately hurt it in the first scrimmage against Loyola Marymount when we scrimmaged him and just took him out for a good chunk, and hopefully we're closer. He's still got to manage it. It's going to be something that's going to bother him throughout the year. But we got a really good trainer in Leary, and he just the minutes, all those minutes he plays as a freshman, sophomore. I think that's helping him.
Good. Do you and Cammie ever get a chance to bounce ideas on recruiting, stadium renovation, or anything during the off season?
During the season. Actually, no. Occasionally, when we don't catch up too much, but when we do, it's usually about griping about the same things, but it's she's doing a heck of a job. What a great weekend for them. I got a chance to watch. I saw the Oregon State game, then I was listening to the Oregon game, and just really proud of how they played. And then I got my new second favorite female Cougar. I don't know if I'm allowed to. Have you seen them play? You probably have.
Yeah, I mean, I try to. I try best I can.
This Wallach girl is good.
Yeah.
The sophomore from Canada. Yeah, she's good. She's fun to watch.
They've been great.
Yeah.
The whole program.
Yeah, no, it's
the whole
great.
Team. It's been really, really good. Thanks to those questions. Thanks for those write-ins. Washington State University would like to thank Crimson and Gray for their continued support of Coug Athletics. Head to bookstore.com to get the latest in Coug apparel. That's BKSTR.com. We'll take a break, come back. We've got a lot of questions here on social media. We'll get them to Coach next.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
There's always time for the drive-thru deal. Because no matter how fast you are at making breakfast, McDonald's is faster.
Nothing fits your morning routine like your favorite breakfast. From a sausage McMuffin to a sausage burrito to those crisp, flaky, fluffy hash browns. Mix and match them every day with buy one, get one for $1. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Your home for Cougar basketball.
Deep three bucket. Rise and a crush.
The Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Washington State University Athletics. The airport connects Cougar fans and alums with over 50 daily departures to 18 nonstop destinations provided by 6 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show.
Drives in and hammers a baseline rocket.
Live from Zeppo's with Cougar head coach Kyle Smith, here's the voice of the Cougs, Matt Chazanow.
Back at it live here. We're talking ball with Coach Smith as we get set for the mountain trip, going to Salt Lake City and then going to Boulder. And Coach, we got to get maybe some beet juice flowing.
I knew this, but I hadn't really thought about it. But Coach Roble, we need beet juice.
Beet juice.
Beet juice for this trip.
So as the Cougs won in Laramie when they beat Jake Dickert's linebacking core for the Wyoming Cowboys, part of the deal that week, as they were getting set, was they drank a lot of beet juice, and it worked for the football squad. So maybe it'll work for the basketball squad.
We have to go. What's the hippie place over in Moscow?
There's more than one. I don't know if it's the.
What's there? There's like a commune or something. They might have some
co-op.
beach. The co-op.
Yeah. You find me there eating
salads.
A
little socialist
I'll
place
be there eating
go.
salads. I'll see you there.
Yeah. Go. They're going to have some organic beets.
You can find me there prepping for one of our games while I'm having a salad and some soup.
I'll see you there.
I'll pick up some
get
beets
some organic beets and mash them into a juice. We're good.
I think that's a great idea. I think it's a great idea. All right, let's go to questions here. We got Jennifer Delzer. Who is the toughest player you've ever coached?
I doubt anyone would know it, but the first one that comes to mind is one Brian Paul Brusso.
Okay, tell me more about
University of San Diego.
Great name.
Played at South Lake Tahoe High School.
Why were we talking about South Lake Tahoe?
Michael Orlich.
Yes.
Who worked for us. His dad was a longtime coach here, and Jared Haas. He played with Jared Haas.
Oh, wow.
Brian Brusso. So I said I've known Jared forever, and he was like the hardest playing dude. This team was, and I coached 2 guys from there, and so as I say, like, I had a lot of respect for Coach Orlich, who isn't on their bench anymore. He's coaching high school back in Fresno. But he didn't talk, and he was just so mean and so tough, and you officiate practices. I was just an assistant. I just loved him and just watch him, and I call him a snorter. He just, when he plays, like snorting all the time. He's like, and it's like, and then one time I called foul, and he looked at me, and I said, no foul. I said, you're just so tough and so mean. We're gonna that's good. So, and he was just, you didn't have to coach him. It's just he just wound him up, and he just, a few of those. I think that's what most of those guys gravitate to football.
Yeah.
To be honest, they're just kind of
the personality type for that.
No, it's just like their fight or flight response is fight.
Yeah.
It's let's go, and they're relentless on the glass. They get every loose ball. They take charges, the whole bit. So that's the one.
That's cool. That's a great. Did he play football ever?
Not that I'm aware of. You know what? Actually, it's crazy because part of the USF job, you get to be a member of the Olympic Club.
Oh, that's
huge
nice.
perk.
Yeah.
So they have this downtown thing, and one time we're getting a steam. I look over, and it's my man Brusso.
Oh, did you say it? Did you?
Oh yeah, I was like, we embrace.
That's
like,
great.
But he's like a, investment.
He's
banker.
doing great.
He's like an investment banker. Not what you expect that guy to do.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Depending on aggression and
you must attack those.
Yeah, maybe not.
Actuary tail, whatever you're doing.
Tom, our guy Tom, always great to see Tom. Also, sometimes
consistent.
Occasionally Rocco's burner at times, depending. You really lobbies for the cause.
He did.
What were and I don't know what this is in reference to, so I don't mean to put you on the spot. What were the results from Lewiston last Saturday night?
I don't know. Rocco, did you guys win Saturday?
Oh, I see. Rocco's birthday. It is Rocco's. I didn't even realize. Yeah,
I think you won Saturday night. Yeah, they won.
Rocco won.
29-20.
There you go.
How many did you have? 4.
29.
One. It was a one.
Okay.
He just chipped in with one. It's
Well,
all right.
I
was out there Sunday morning to watch Rocco and Luke, and Luke had a win, and Rocco's their team struggled a little. Yeah, well, but that was my Sunday, and I'm still in the doghouse because I watched the 9 a.m. game with Luke, the noon for Rocco, and then they had a game at 2.
Yeah.
I had to get a nap. I prayed for forgiveness.
Good for you. Greg wants to know, Drame has been giving the team some quality minutes when he's on the floor. That is an understatement. He's been really good. Can Coach talk about his development and the role he sees for him going forward? Thanks.
He has just been great. He's really responded and taken advantage of those minutes, and I think obviously he's going to need strength and nutrition, all that stuff. He's been working on that. And in school, that transition was a little challenging. But he's such a quick athlete. He can change the game defensively, and he's starting. If you watch the last game, he made a couple great passes, like hit Carlos on a backdoor and hit DJ on a backdoor. So I could see him eventually. I think he's capable of being a starter. I don't think he's ever. It'll be a while before he's a good scorer, but you can play through him, and he's obviously a serious lob threat.
Big time.
Yeah,
no
it's
doubt.
great. We got 2 so. When we recruited him, we made the comparison, tried to do it like said, like you could be like a Clint Capella.
Sure.
And that's kind of the goal. And he's definitely a rim runner, roller, and they just throw those lobs up to him, and he's phenomenal at getting them.
Ryan wants to have a health update on Deshaun and Miles. Now, I don't know how invasive we want to be on that. I've witnessed Miles around, and he was actually suited up and was in warm-ups, and he looks great, and that warms the heart. And Deshaun was on a trip recently here or there, and was dribbling the ball a little bit. So I don't know how much.
Yeah, no, I think things are moving the right direction for both guys, and
which is great.
Yeah, it's good to have them around the team, and I know that they're both motivated to try to get back, and being around the team is helpful, and it's great. Hopefully that things keep going, and we'll have those guys back in uniform in the future.
Love it.
Yeah,
no. Greg wants to know, do TJ and DJ have a COVID year? Will they be back next season? I think those are difficult questions to answer.
Yeah, no, it's I'm hoping, and you just don't know, and I think they will, and believe me, if you see them in the streets, tell them you want them back.
Yeah.
No, and
there's a
matters. And I think like DJ is both of them are gonna graduate, and TJ did in 3 years, but being a captain. Yeah, TJ is going to do it in 3 years. He came in with a lot of units, and DJ. So that's, like I said, they're here. They've participated in that part. But I think, TJ with his injury a little bit and the role he has, his aspirations. Both of them want to play professionally, and TJ's aspirations to try to play in the NBA, and it might have been almost. We'll see where it was, but it's like it would be worth his time if he's healthy to go get feedback. And I think I'm hopeful if they want him, great. That's great. But if it's not that, then I hope that he comes back and he's captain this team. I think it's really important to him, and we want him back. And I think he's improved so much year over year. It's been biggest improvement I've ever been around. So if there's another, and there's no reason to think there's not another jump in him. I mean, he goes from 15 a game and. I could see him 18 to 20 a game and
lead the league.
Yeah, and also is like his ball handling. Like before he got hurt, he had 7 assists those last 2 games, and his decision making. I just don't underestimate what he's capable of because he's such a great attitude and such a good worker. And DJ's on a run, so we'd love to have him back. I think we have we need to run it back from with Deshaun and Miles. What we have, that's our. I think get all this group,
get
this band and kind of redo what this year could have been, and we still got to let in this year. But that team, that felt pretty comfortable. They were going to be pretty good.
Yeah, no doubt.
We are pretty good. Even better.
Agreed. Right.
Yeah,
right.
Even better.
Amen and amen. Our guy Jim Moore, big talk show host on the West Side, a longtime reporter and writer, asked, "Will
Not
Bob
the coach?"
No, different. I mean, he probably does coach, but
sure.
different. And hello to Jim. Asks, will Bamba return, or is he out for the year? And he'll be back.
I think he'll be back. It needs some rest, and but maybe something at the end of the year it'll be a decision. Like it can be whether it needs more work or something that could also heal on its own. Hopefully.
LeBron's burner wants to know, Mullins is clearly our best shooter. Why is he not starting?
Fair. I feel like we have 6 starters. I think defensively to get started in the game and putting Kamani on the ball right now or Bamba on the ball is important, kind of set our defense. And, just when he came off that injury, he just was really playing well and just kind of kept it going. And I think that's nothing more than that. And we're not quite as good defensively with Justin and Jay on the floor together, at least in man-to-man. We play zone and stuff. But Jay's been great, and I don't think his minutes are affected too much by not starting. And just see nothing but good things from him.
Bring Bronny to Pullman is an account.
Yeah, sure.
And he's actually doctored in
Yeah.
LeBron James with a Cougar jersey.
He was not an official here. You weren't here? I'm just kidding.
I was like, wait a minute. Derek Roble, recruiting coordinators in the back going, that happened. I didn't know.
You weren't aware.
Bring Bronny to, which kind of answers the question. Bring Bronny to Pullman wants to know, Coach, has LeBron James Jr. taken his official visit yet? Hopefully he signs with the Cougs.
No, he hasn't.
Okay.
But he's been offered.
He'll be fine.
So we'll he's welcome to come up
Has he
here.
been?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
All right.
We'll
run. I'm not trusting this narrative.
It's out there. It's in the ether,
Could?
whatever.
Sure,
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Oh, you can't talk about it, can you? I don't even know. Well, anyway.
Jeez, I don't know. Probably not. Now we can't recruit him.
Sorry, yeah.
Now we can't recruit him.
Right.
You blew it.
Yeah.
You blew it.
See, this is what Katie.
We're not getting
This is what Katie's talking about. This is the friction. This is when this.
You're right.
This is the adversity.
I've got to turn myself in.
This is the adversity. JW wants to know, can you ask Coach why we don't have Twin Ginger shirts that we can buy?
We should, and that's some NIL money involved, the Twin Gingers.
Or hashtag Silent J. What am I?
What is Silent J? I can't, what?
We'll talk about that. I'm not sure what he means, so we'll pass through that. Coach, what is your greatest basketball memory?
Ooh. I guess it was actually when the first time we finally broke through. As a player or coach, I'm not saying I don't even have many player memories. The worst, actually, as a player, I can tell you, we lost in the ECAC final, which upset New York was my junior year. We were 26-0. We went 26-1.
Oh, that's
lost
hard.
by 2.
Yeah, that's hard.
So that's unfortunate. It's a sour memory. And then I remember as a coach, it took a long time to climb this mountain, but we drilled Gonzaga in the conference final by 20. And it was fun. That was my last year. It was my last year at St. Mary's, and my college teammates were in Vegas, and they were at the game. Now I didn't realize at the time they only caught the last 5 minutes because they're in the casino still.
Good, yeah. At least they had priority.
So I'm cutting down the net, and I'm yelling Potsdam, because Potsdam beat us. And the St. Mary's guys, what's wrong with Coach? I'm like this. I mean, it was been eating at me to this lose. So I still remember. I even had I had the scissors. Because we got beat 20 the year before in the final. Yeah. And I had the scissors taped under my chair.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah. I was ready. I said, we're going to get these guys.
That's awesome.
And it was great because it didn't even get close. It was just rolling.
On pure coincidence, that may come up again in trivia. On pure coincidence tonight. Tim W. wants to know, why are we not throwing more half-court lobs to Dylan Darling, who's actually really bouncy?
He is bouncy.
Yeah, it's a fair question. It's a great question.
We're going to dismiss that one.
All right.
Go ahead, move on.
All right, we're moving right along then. We'll do trivia next. We're live here at Zeppo's Talking Ball with Coach Smith.
Hey, Coug fans! Can't decide what to do with your late-night weekends? Why not Cosmic Bowling? Every Friday and Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. is Cosmic Bowling at Zeppo's. At a price designed with everyone in mind, we are your destination for music, disco lights, and of course, bowling. Can't join us on the weekends? Zeppo's is the place to be for all ages every day of the week. With bowling, food, and drink specials, we offer prices that won't break the budget. You can even reserve your lane in advance with online reservations at Zeppos.com. When looking for fun in Pullman, look no further than Zeppo's.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
This is Cougar Basketball from Learfield.
It's time for Northern Quest's $50,000 Cool Cash Hot Seats giveaway, January 12th and 26th. But don't worry, the seats won't literally be hot. I mean, even if they were, it'd be worth it to win your share of $50,000. But they won't be. So just grab a regular seat at your favorite game and play with your Camus Rewards card as usual for your chance to win. Details at northernquest.com.
Your one stop for all college sports is the Varsity app and the brand new Varsity Network website, thevarsitynetwork.com. Keep up with your favorite teams and the rest of college sports, no matter where you are, with thevarsitynetwork.com. Live and on-demand broadcasts, your favorite college-centric podcasts, with stories and video around college sports and your favorite teams. Be sure to download the Varsity app and check out the brand new Varsity Network website, thevarsitynetwork.com.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Floats up to three, got it. Drives in, dunks it down, an exclamation point.
With Coach Smith, here's Matt Chazanow.
All right, back at it live here at Zeppo's. We're talking ball with Coach Smith. Order, earn, enjoy. It's that easy to earn free food with My McDonald's Rewards. Get exclusive offers and rack up rewards. Download the app today. Coach, how braced do you feel for trivia emotionally?
I don't know, it's 6.
6 out of 10?
Out of 20.
Fair enough. All right, we'll take it. Fire the music up on that note. All right, here we go. Question number 1. I feel really good about you today.
All right.
For this.
I'm concentrating.
Which Coug leads the pack in three-pointers made in conference games played so far this year?
It's not Jabe.
It's not Jabe.
I said it's not.
I know,
Jabe.
you're right. I confirmed.
Rodman.
Correct. Bring him up. DJ Rodman leads the pack in threes made league games. Question number 2. He's been fabulous.
Yeah.
This current Coug assistant was a guard on a team that beat Gonzaga in their conference tournament and went to the Sweet 16 in 2010.
Wheezy. Wayne Hunter.
Bring him up. Correct.
Coach Wheezy.
Well done. Pure coincidence that came up.
That's funny.
That's fun. All right, let's roll through here. This current Coug assistant was an NAIA All-American honorable mention in the 1980s.
The wily lefty, Gentleman Jim Shaw.
Jim Shaw, ring him up.
Yes, sir.
3 for 3. 2 non-basketball questions for you, Coach.
Good,
we went extra.
I'm hot today.
Some dessert. 3 for 3. What is the smallest bone in the body?
Oh, it's your... I actually know this on here, but I'm not going to get it. I would guess the pinky toe. It's in the ear? Yeah.
You got
Everyone
help.
give me that.
Yeah. We'll give him it. Let's No chance. Yeah, give him the heck. There
That's
you
terrible.
Go. It's called the stapes, and it's in your ear.
You know what?
Hear.
Not sure if I knew that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I kind of knew it, but it's one of those things you learn when
maybe easy
5th grade. But
in one ear, out the other.
But
I got get it. Yeah.
I think the Stapes though did not ring a bell at all.
Yeah, Stapes, and it's Stapes. Stapes.
All right.
So there you go.
You even have the right pronunciation. You sure?
I think so.
Feel comfortable?
Pretty sure. I cheated. My wife was like, she's like Stapes.
That was her contribution.
Yes, I asked her. I said, "Give me a random. I need a non-basketball." She goes, "What's the ear thing?" Like, perfect.
Not my perfect. Not my pop culture. I've got a chance.
This is
geography.
Next one, multiple choice. So you got a 33.
Arts and entertainment. I'm going to leave my trivial, my wheelhouse.
How about nature and animals? Ooh. Question 5.
Not great.
How far? Multiple choice. So bear with me. How far can a cougar leap? A, 10 feet. B, 20 feet. C, 40 feet.
Yeah, I think it's 20 or 40. To be honest, 20. I'm going.
Correct. 4-5 today. Well done. 20 feet.
Thank you. Not bad.
I still will never get over the story of our own Jerry Kylo's encounter with a cougar on top of one of the buttes, and he was like 5 feet from it.
Oh my gosh!
And it's just amazing.
What'd you do?
He was by himself. He just walked away, and there went.
Oh my
just
gosh!
Yeah,
we turn on him. You're just waiting to get
incredible. The cougar just. I know, it's amazing.
No, they're not. Yeah,
it's amazing.
No, thank you.
We'll take a break. Come back. We're talking ball here with Coach Smith live at Zeppo's.
We hired a real-life quarterback to tell you about Turf Club Sportsbook at Northern Quest.
Pluto! 67! Mouse Wizard left! Java Domino! The pony side flanker! 280 hot! Set hot!
It didn't work out. So, here goes. Bet, watch, and win like never before at Turf Club Sportsbook with real sports wagering, wall-to-wall HD TVs, and luxury seating in the heart of the action at Northern Quest. Turf Club Sportsbook, the ultimate game changer.
Time to redo this basement?
Yeah. A home gym, movie theater, model train utopia.
Or yoga studio?
I'm flexible-ish.
Great. I'll just use the U.S. Bank mobile app so we can plan it out.
Which way are you leaning? Setting a savings goal or applying for a home improvement loan?
I say we look at both options, right here in the app.
Budget for a really good home gym. We deserve it.
Noted.
Help for today, planning for tomorrow. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
You're listening to Cougar Basketball.
Two-handed skyscraper jam. Shot is up and in, and the foul.
On the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Coug fans! Can't decide what to do with your late-night weekends? Why not Cosmic Bowling? Every Friday and Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. is Cosmic Bowling at Zeppo's. At a price designed with everyone in mind, we are your destination for music, disco lights, and of course, bowling. Can't join us on the weekends? Zeppo's is the place to be for all ages every day of the week. With bowling, food, and drink specials, we offer prices that won't break the budget. You can even reserve your lane in advance with online reservations at Zeppos.com. When looking for fun in Pullman, look no further than Zeppo's.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Welcome back to the show. Time now to look ahead at this week's game with the Coors Light Opponent Preview. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill.
Back at it live here at Zeppo's Talking Ball with Coach Smith. It is opponent preview time, and that means we need to talk about a sore spot, a bit of a nerve, an inflamed nerve from a ball game back here in overtime in Beasley Coliseum. Feels like a long time ago now at this point with the way the season has evolved. But Cougs and Utes coming up, 12-7 Utah team, now 5-3 in the pack, and always a hard place to play in the Huntsman Center. But that was a hard game a couple of weeks ago, and now here you are trying to return the favor.
Yeah, no, they're a really well-coached team. I'm impressed that they made a big jump from last year, and they didn't exactly turn over the roster.
Right.
They just stayed with their guys. And almost a couple guys left the program that probably weren't good fits, and that's from a coach, it's impressive, and they're much better, and we'll we got to bring great effort. I mean, last time we got Carlson in foul trouble, that helped, but Mo was in foul trouble, and teams will know each other well, and it will come down to who can make some plays.
I don't think it was expected that Raleigh Wooster would be as good as he's been. I mean, he's been really good at times.
Yeah, no, I was really mad in the locker room after the game because he kind of just willed them to win. I mean, they were about to, we're up 5, he hits a big 2, and then he hit a big 3. The game was several chances just to put it away, and he just kept coming in the, even the 18 seconds left. We're up 3, Justin's at the line. Can pretty much close to ice it if you defend, put us up 4. He misses, they come down transition. He's like falling down, and he flips it to Marco Anthony with 6 seconds. Bamba just reaches down, and Anthony's so strong, got it in the from the rest of that. But that was really, they were a little fatigued. They had a big win against Arizona before that. They looked a little, was a little tired on the road. It's tough. Pullman's tough, and they really, Worcester kind of pulled them out of that.
Anthony's an interesting player. He's listed as a guard, and in a lot of ways he really is a guard, but he's a big, physical, rebounding guard. He's like a forward, isn't he?
I mean, he's like Rodman, whatever those guys are.
Yeah,
he dribbles a little better.
Yeah.
Doesn't shoot as well as DJ, but he dribbles a little better, maybe a little stronger, but he's a unique, versatile guy.
Yeah.
But he can guard 1 through 5. He's so strong. They can switch with him. He's really relentless on the glass. He's a 6-year senior. Those guys are having incredible success.
Yeah.
I hate serving up our freshmen to go play against those guys, I believe he started off with Tony Bennett. I think he was at Virginia to start. This is his third school, so but he's good. He's tough, strong, and he's old. Wooster is older. Like I said, Carlson, I think, is returned missionary. They're big and old.
Really good team. We need to take a break. Come back. We're live here at Zeppo's, talking ball, getting set for Utes and the Buffs.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Washington State University Athletics. The airport connects Cougar fans and alums with over 50 daily departures to 18 nonstop destinations provided by 6 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
This is the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
There's always time for the drive-thru deal. Because no matter how fast you are at making breakfast, McDonald's is faster.
Nothing fits your morning routine like your favorite breakfast. From a sausage McMuffin to a sausage burrito to those crisp, flaky, fluffy hash browns. Mix and match them every day with buy one, get one for $1. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Have a question for Coach Smith? Send a tweet with your thoughts to Matt Chazanow using the handle @M_Chaz. That's M_CHAZ. Now, back to Zeppo's.
Back at it live, talking ball with Coach Smith. Final segment here before we get set to take off tomorrow for Salt Lake. And then you've got an extra day on the road before the tip on Sunday in Boulder. Advantage or disadvantage? I don't know what to make of that.
Don't know. You just got to deal with it. I think you kind of don't want to be on the road as longer than you have to be. But it's also sometimes you're so with that day flight you can be jammed for time to get your preparation in. So we should be able to relax a little bit and take a breath and get prepped and watch some film and have a good practice and get ready to tee it up on Sunday.
Buffs have been interesting this year. Really up and down early in the year, like really up and down. They had a tough loss, and then they beat Tennessee, right? Yeah. KJ Simpson's gone for really big games, 30 points or so, and then he's been a little quiet sometimes.
I think they're a team that plays a little small. I haven't really watched that much other than just kind of casually watch them. So they can be really quick and match. Tough. KJ's a tough matchup for anybody. So if you can't keep him in front, he gets loose. I think they're really tough to deal with, and you got to be able to. And then they can spread the floor like De Silva play the 4. Even I think he'll play some 5 some. And then I saw a lineup where they had Luke O'Brien and him at the 4 and 5. So a little small ball. So I'm not. And I think maybe some other teams that are, if they're not making shots, and if you can handle Simpson, maybe it puts them in a pickle.
They've lost 2 in a row, but they've won 7 of their last 10.
They're on a.
No,
they're good. They went down to LA's. That's a tough trip. They were playing pretty well against. I saw a little bit of the SC game. I didn't see UCLA. Did UCLA? Was it close or they handle it? I don't know.
I didn't see it. I was passively following it. But
yeah.
The league this year, 3 teams in currently right now. Cougs trying to be the 4th.
Sure.
As it currently stands, you got the Utes, you've got the Ducks, right? The Buffs, right, kind of in the middle right there. At times, the Huskies have been in that middle mix where they've been good at times. Cal was the best shooting team in America for a week and a half, right?
I think it's top to bottom pretty balanced, and it ends up hurting us, I think.
There's no doubt.
That's my biggest thing is like...
Right, well, leagues are easier when the bottom is softer.
Yeah, we're the fifth. I think we're fifth best conference.
Is that by the data? Is that what it is?
That's the Ken Palm.
Okay.
So a fifth best conference, and we have 12 teams. You'd think we should get
more bids.
Yeah. But the Mountain West has some bottom feeders, and they're interesting. It bums me out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
We can win our way in.
Listen, as difficult as this was, you tell your wife we made it through. Made it through another week. It's been hard.
I'll let you talk over me today.
Thank you. Great to see everybody here at Zeppo's, and thanks for coming.
Nice turnout.
Questions and Zeppo's. Jared Pranguber, man behind the camera. Jerry Kylo getting us on the air, also saving the Cougs from guys going out of bounds against Stanford for sure. Luke Hallett back in the U.S. Bank Network studios. It's the Cougs against the Utes. Oh, we got a gift for you here. Live on the air, we've had a cake baked for you.
Oh, tremendous.
You mentioned this on the air, and I know we're running out of time.
Texas sheet cake?
Texas sheet cake.
Oh.
For Coach. Amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Go Cougs. Go Cougs. Thanks, Luke. Thanks for listening. Amazing. Live here on the air.
Chaz, wait till Rocco sees this.
I love it.
Thank you so much.
Go Cougs.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Washington.